Hi all, Josh Denbo, New Jersey consumer attorney. As my loyal watchers and listeners already know, you know that. But for everybody else, I'm Josh Denbo. I am a consumer rights attorney in New Jersey. And I wanted to sort of pull the curtain back a little bit today. All right? I've done a lot of posting recently on mortgages, mortgage servicing, because to me it's the most important thing facing everybody's life. What to do on this downturn when the bank comes calling because your income's been reduced because the entire economy went nuts because we have a federal government that isn't acting to protect us during a time of crisis. All right, I think we all know that we're going to be facing problems with mortgage servicing. I'm here to help. There's other experts to help. I have a lot of information. But I also represent people, consumers, and all other kinds of debt. And today what I wanted to talk about is this. Now, this is something that I wrote for myself. These are own personal notes, and I wrote them about 2.5 years ago. They're not going to make a whole lot of sense. I'm not going to go through all the wonky nature behind it. But what this is a business plan to sue bad faith, fraudulent auto dealers. I don't just represent consumers in foreclosure. I represent consumers having credit card debt, having student loan debt in some circumstances. I represent consumers in all things, including car loans. Now, this is a big deal. This is specifically directed toward a consistent fraudulent behavior by auto dealers in the deep subprime auto lending market like Credit Acceptance Corp, Liberal Finance Service, Ally Financial, Leaders Financial. If you're paying against a car for any of those dealerships, any of those finance entities, that's what this is for. And I'm not here shilling for business. What I'm doing is I'm explaining to everybody that I take this area of the law, the consumer rights theory area of the law, very seriously. This is a theory that no one is pursuing. I know I'm right. I know I'm right. But it's going to take a lot to convince the establishment that I'm right, and I'm not going to quit. I've handled 10 of these cases. I could probably take 100. But I'm not going to quit, even if the judges who are hearing the novel argument on how to protect consumers don't understand it. But that happened in 2008 when I started representing foreclosure defendants. I started representing foreclosure defendants and said to the courts, wait a second, you have banks who don't own, possess, or have the right to enforce the note looking to foreclose. It took me 6 months before a judge said, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. And that stopped the foreclosures for 6 months while the mortgage servicers got their act together. So at every stage in consumer rights, somebody comes up with a novel idea, and it takes a long time to get traction, but it gets traction. This theory is right. People who are taking auto loans out to the deep subprime auto lending market are getting defrauded on just about every single transaction. If you have an auto loan, if you have a credit card debt, if you're being harassed by a debt collector, if you're worried about keeping your house, you need to reach out to me. It's no nonsense, true advice from me. Can I help everybody? Of course I can't help everybody. Do I win every case I take? Of course I don't win every case I take. But what you see, this is what you get, which is honest, hard work, effort, a brain, and a heart. Okay? We're in some tough times together. We're in this together. We're going to get out of this together. When I say together, I mean we as consumers and consumer advocates. I don't mean we as mortgage servicers and banks. They're not part of the we. We are in this together. We are going to get out of this together. All right? Be strong. Be safe. Keep the quarantine. Don't be stupid. Do your research. I'll help when I can.